Look at how these two teams compare over the first two games. It's a small sample size, of course, but even in terms of their offensive output, pretty close in terms of rebounding numbers and assists. But look at the defense of Crvena Zvezda, 7 steals, 4 blocks a game, ranking 4th in the competition in both of those departments. And in terms of the shooting numbers, they're doing very well on the outside, just edging Žalgiris in that department, very even from 2-point range. Žalgiris typically good at the free flow line and typically good in limiting teams from getting there as well. Žalgiris has a 5-3 edge in the head-to-head between these two clubs. As we see the starting fives here, Walkup, Vastoria, Grigonis, Hayes and Lovern. Lovern gets the start, having missed round 2 after a positive COVID test. That's a big boost to them. They might have struggled on the boards with him out because Kuzmic has been in form at centre for Crvena Zvezda. Hall, Lloyd in the backcourt have been very good as well. Lazic and Simonovic both impressing early on as well, particularly here in round 2. Look at your officiating team for this round 3 contest here in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. And we're just about ready to go. Žalgiris have won 3 of the 4 games between these two here in Belgrade. The most recent of those came by 6 points last January. L.Lekavičius leading the way with 17 points. 2 of Zvezda's 3 wins against Žalgiris have come in Kaunas, including a 2-point win earlier last season in November. 2 new head coaches, of course, though, on the 2 respective benches here. Sasha Obradovic for Crvena Zvezda, voted Eurocup Coach of the Year in 2018 when he led Lokomotiv with a perfect 20-0 record before losing both games at the finals to Darussafaka. And on the Žalgiris bench, Martin Schiller, the Austrian, who was the NBA G League Coach of the Year last season when he led Salt Lake City Stars to a 30-12 record in his 3rd year in Utah. An assistant on the German national team as well since 2015. They desperately hope that the fans will be allowed back in here in the near future. Such a key part of both of these clubs, both renowned for having one of the best basketball atmospheres in the world, in Belgrade and back in Kaunas. 2 teams who thrive off that energy that the home fans inject. They go at it alone here tonight. Go, the 4-time and reigning Adriatic League winners against the 1999 Euroleague champions, the 20-time champions of Serbia or Yugoslavia, taking on the 33-time and reigning champions of Lithuania. It's Crvena Zvezda against Žalgiris Kaunas, live in round 3 of the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. Žalgiris have allowed just 68.5 points a game so far, the 2nd best defense in the league. They've kept opponents off the foul line, which might be key to limiting Jordan Lloyd tonight. And they've got a big break on the boards with Lovern available to play. And that'll help limit the Serbs' transition game and allow Žalgiris to play their solid half-court defense. Expect the Lithuanians to control the ball for long possessions to create good looks against a tough Serbian defense. As for the hosts, they simply need to protect the ball better, averaging a league-high 17.5 turnovers so far. If they can turn those into shots, they'll give themselves a great chance. And if Žalgiris can move the ball well to their shooters, then the away side will have the advantage as it goes in straight away to the center. And a miss for Ognjen Kuzmic. Žalgiris get their first possession. Thomas Walker. Dished off on the perimeter and on the move is Grigonis, such a key part of this Žalgiris machine. Injury disrupted his development last season. He's looking to make up for lost time this season. 2 fabulous performances so far. Here's Walker. Lovern looking to run interference and a foul. You'll notice the players have different messages on the back of their jerseys, part of the EuroLeague's Not in Our World campaign, based on the pillars of fighting racism, discrimination, inequality and intolerance. The players with the choice of what name they wish to wear. Sending a strong and powerful message as Lovern comes forward with a bit of power and then a bit of finesse in the paint, but misses the shot. Langston Hall, 11 assists in round 2 as it goes across to the far side. Jordan Lloyd, a career-high 30 points, is going to pull the trigger here and knocks down the first basket of the game. Picking up right where he left off. He was 5 of 8 on the outside on Friday night. Lovern hands it off to Thomas Walker. Reeled in on the far side just about by Nigel Hayes. Shot clock winding down here as we expected it might do on Žalgiris time and time again tonight as they try and create good looks. Thomas Walker up on the outside misses, and Žalgiris still without a score. Langston Hall fires the pass in. Kuzmic gets free, and Crvena Zvezda make a flying start. The first 5 points of the game scored by the Serbs. Grigonis, he gets free as he just takes the ring road around the defense and finds himself alone under the hoop. An assist already for Langston Hall, who moves it across to Lloyd, who's got the basket already, and he's fouled. Žalgiris' first foul. Crvena Zvezda have 2 already. Steve Vastoria getting the start here, picks up the foul, his rookie EuroLeague year. Impressed in the German league with Rasta Vector last season. Here's the 3 from Jordan Lloyd. And that's the 3 that separates the 2 right now. Crvena Zvezda by 3. It takes a lot for Branko Lazic to go down to one knee. A little whack in the ribs from Grigonis, perhaps. Lazic, a typical battler at Zvezda since 2011. Mr. Crvena Zvezda in many ways. He's played in every one of their Serbian and Adriatic League wins, as well as all 7 of their EuroLeague campaigns. Still Zvezda ball. Ball looking to inbound. Lazic it is, who tries to pick it up. Got free momentarily, but couldn't grab the handle on the ball. Here's Lloyd, he's fouled, so 2 fouls apiece now inside the opening 2 and a bit minutes. It's another on Vastoria. He'll go to the bench. He's only played 13.5 minutes on average across his first 2 EuroLeague appearances. And straight away, in just over 2 minutes here, taken out in foul trouble. Rokas Jokubaitis, the teenager, comes in. Here's Lloyd, guarded by Jokubaitis. Lloyd feeling it on the bounce here, out to Lazic. Good quick step from him. And he draws the 3rd foul on Žalgiris after less than 2.5 minutes. Crvena Zvezda playing their typical aggressive game on defense and offense. Branko Lazic will go to the line this time. Described by his coaches and teammates as a soldier of Crvena Zvezda. A man who plays with heart and passion and leaves everything on the floor. Looking to restore Crvena Zvezda's 5-point lead here. And he has done. Walkup to inbound. And they play away from the press. Back into the hands of Thomas Walkup. Trapped by Langston Hall. Lovern coming out to the perimeter. Movement from Grigonis, who receives it now, working behind the screen of Lovern. Grigonis into a pack of those red and white jerseys. Back out to Hayes. Shot clock winding down again. It's Lovern driving the baseline, kicking back out. Is there time for the shot? It's way up into the heavens and didn't hit the rim. So a shot clock violation on Žalgiris. And there's some of that Crvena Zvezda team defense, making life hard for Martin Schiller's Žalgiris. The ball movement from the Lithuanians wasn't bad at all, but Crvena Zvezda kept up to them pretty much every step of the way. Langston Hall threads the eye of the needle. Back out from Kuzmic, swung around to the perimeter. Long two-point shot won't go down for Crvena Zvezda. Here's Walkup now, a chance in transition, going behind the back, away from Lazic. Walkup to the elbow, Lovern thought about the long two, back to Walkup. They'll have to play in the half court instead. Here's Nigel Hayes. Lovern wanting to post up on the near side. Plenty of time left on the shot clock as he edges in, spins into the double team. Can't find a way out of it. And at the moment, Crvena Zvezda's defense is absolutely suffocating Žalgiris. Three-point shot, Lloyd falls short, tipped by Lazic, only into the hands of J.Loydas. Here comes the 19-year-old. J.Loydas, wrap-around bounce pass down the baseline. Beautiful ball movement from Žalgiris. They finally get a good look, but Grigonis misses it. A man who shoots at 43% on the perimeter. Langston Hall, as they look to extend this 5-point advantage. Lazic in the corner. Off to Langston Hall again. He gets into the paint, little skip, shot over the top of Lovern and gets the shooter's roll. A 7-point Crvena Zvezda lead. Walkup. Just the one basket in 4.5 minutes for Žalgiris so far. Grigonis, far side, their main offensive weapon, forced away by the presence of Simonovic. He spins, creates a little bit of breathing room, and that's all they're getting at the moment, Žalgiris. They've started 1 of 6 from the field. It's been a typical welcome to Belgrade first 5 minutes for Žalgiris here. And Crvena Zvezda now have an opportunity to try and extend their 7-point advantage. As Langston Hall and Branko Lazic go to the bench. Duop Reith comes in. And so too does Dejan Davidovac. Jordan Lloyd set the tone with that early three. Here he goes again. Here's Reith, the centre, shooting the outside shot, misses it. Zvezda getting better looks at the basket at the moment, though. Here's Lovern, a chance one-on-one this time with Reith, spinning baseline over the top and gets the score against the man who's just come in. Geoffrey Lovern with his first basket since round 1. Back available today and determined to make up for lost time. Lloyd slicing through, got the finger roll to fall as he glided through the air towards the rim, and he looked around at the official on the baseline asking for the and one. Didn't get the call he wanted, but Crvena Zvezda are back up by 7. Timeout called at the midway point of the opening quarter in Belgrade. Crvena Zvezda 11, Žalgiris Kaunas 4.
We are back.
Together.
Fighting against inequality.
We are back.
United, standing against racism.
Determined.
Confronting intolerance.
Stronger, rejecting discrimination of any kind.
We say,
not in our world.
We stand for justice.
For civil rights.
we stand for equality,
For peace.
For freedom.
We stand for inclusion.
And to the idea
of settling for anything less.
We say not in our world.
Not in our world, indeed. All of the EuroLeague players, coaches and staff uniting as one, looking to stamp out racism and discrimination, sending a strong message here in such a multicultural competition right across Europe with players from all over the world. Crvena Zvezda, a team who have certainly found their balance right now and found their freedom, leading Žalgiris by 7 points, working ever so well as a well-oiled unit. L.Lekavičius into the game for Žalgiris. Has to with the handoff is Rubit, and there's a foul as the ball went in to J.Loydas. Third foul on Crvena Zvezda. On J.Loydas. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Crvena Zvezda by 7. Žalgiris just 2 of 7 from the field so far. Rubit with the handoff. Here goes the teenager. Stops and pops on the elbow and gets the drop. Very impressive from the 19-year-old. He's taken on a much bigger role at the start of the new season, averaging at 8 points, 2.5 assists and a steal in 17 minutes a game. J.Loydas waiting for movement from Lloyd. And there's an offensive foul. I think it was the screen of Duop Reef trying to create room for Jordan Lloyd to operate. You see the screen there, just stepping across and taking out J.Loydas, who was trying to track Lloyd. And Crvena Zvezda called for their 4th foul. And the next one on their defense will see Žalgiris shoot foul shots. L.Lekavičius. Here's Augustin Rubit, there's the handoff. J.Loydas looking very lively early on. Nice pass out to L.Lekavičius for the open 3 as well, and he knocks it down. Rokas J.Loydas, the spark plug for Žalgiris, a basket and an assist. And L.Lekavičius off the bench to knock down a 3 as well. They've found the right formula to get back into the game. A timeout call by coach Sasha Obradovic on the Crvena Zvezda bench. He's not happy at all. His team's still with the lead, but it's been cut from 7 to 2. Žalgiris have been the great escape artists and the perennial overachievers in recent years. Once again, they made a poor start last season before rallying towards the playoffs until the season was cancelled due to COVID. The previous year, they'd pulled off mission impossible by winning their last 6 games in a row. Žalgiris up against Crvena Zvezda, perhaps the biggest underdog in the EuroLeague in recent years, and they've put together a really good blend this season, looking to cause a few shocks and maybe mount a challenge for the postseason themselves. Coach Sasha Obradovic, a key part of that. And his team still have the lead here by 2 points, but Žalgiris closing the gap. Corey Walden off the bench to handle the ball over centre court, finding Reith. Walden came in just before that timeout. And it's Dobric wanting to attack, getting stuck to all the way and rejected by J.Loydas, the teenager doing everything right now. There's the pass to the far side. L.Lekavičius kicking back out to Grigonis. They'll have to play in the half court. Grigonis still on the move, though, slicing through, and he's fouled by Reith. So free throws for Marius Grigonis, a chance for Martin Schiller's team to tie from 7 down. What about the play from Rokas J.Loydas, though? He came in off the bench, knocked down a jumper, dished for a 3. and then rejected the shot of Dobric to launch that fast break. Marius Grigonis ranks 4th all-time in free throw accuracy. Inevitable that he makes both, and Žalgiris level from 7 down. Walden. 3 minutes and change remaining in the first quarter. Corey Walden. Jagodic Karidja in for the first time. Dobric will try and shoot the 3. Lovely arc on the shot from Ognjen Dobric. He's 4 of 5 from downtown now in the new season. Zvezda have their lead back. Here's Rubit looking for the handoff. Jokubaitis gets free to create the room and to knock down another shot. Rokas Jokubaitis, the teenager, taking charge in the opening quarter. He looks in the mood to have a big night in Belgrade. Corey Walden impressing at the start of his EuroLeague career. Around the perimeter it goes. Looking to drive baseline there and get the shot away. Off the mark for Ognjen Dobric. Or Dejan Davidovac, rather. Žalgiris have certainly tightened their defense. And there was a foul off that missed shot. Trying to grab the offensive rebound, which means foul shots for Žalgiris. With Crvena Zvezda at the limit in the first quarter. And it's Mr. Žalgiris who's there, Paulius Jankunas. Playing his 18th straight season in the competition. The man who grew up as a Žalgiris fan, says it's not just a club for him, it's a home, a family. That he's grown up and got old with them. He makes a couple of foul shots that gives Žalgiris the edge. Dobric off the mark as he slices into the paint. Jokubaitis a rebound. Thought about the 3. High entry pass was a little erratic. Paulius Jankunas trying to grab it. Jokubaitis showing his fight as well as he wrestles the ball away in between a couple of older opponents. And then it's pounced upon on the hardwood. The first black mark on the stat line of Jokubaitis there with the turnover, but he was looking to make amends for it. 4 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. In just 6 minutes since coming in off the bench. And he's actually been able to force a jump ball here with his fight down on the deck. Simonovic and Jankunas to contest. Jankunas gets his fingers to it, not once but twice. Great hustle from the 35-year-old. L.Lekavičius, the Euro step to cut right through the heart of the Zvezda defense. 5 points for L.Lekavičius. Žalgiris from 7 down, lead by 3. Langston Hall. He's going to pull the trigger on a 3. Nothing but net for Langston Hall. Backing off the bench and back with a bang. 17-17 through the opening 9 minutes. Jokubaitis gets away from Dobric, swings it back out. L.Lekavičius, the pump fake, steps in to the perimeter for the 3, off the mark this time. And a chance in the final minute of the first for Zvezda to take the lead. Langston Hall towards the elbow, holding off L.Lekavičius. Tough pass, but he got it all the way through to Jagodic Karidja, who was fouled and he'll go to the line for 2. Jagodic Karidja, the 33-year-old forward, who played his first 8 EuroLeague games last season. Averaged 3.9 points, 2.9 rebounds, 0.8 blocks in 17.5 minutes with Zvezda. J.Loydas has gone to the bench here. He's been the key player for Žalgiris so far, and Steve Vastoria comes in. Back in the game on 2 fouls, just to give J.Loydas a break. Perfect from the foul line, both teams so far, 4 of 4. Crvena Zvezda looking to press really high on the inbound pass. Typically tenacious. Astoria played it on, and then it was lost at centre court. Crvena Zvezda's hustle pays dividends. Žalgiris' 3rd turnover. Langston Hall to the foul line. Jegedic Karija across to the far side. It's Simonovic stepping in, floating one but missing. Rebound pulled down by Malaknis. And ball in the hands of L.Lekavičius with nominal differential between shot and game clock at the end of the 1st quarter. 5 points for L.Lekavičius so far, 2 of 2 from the field. He'll hold it for the final shot for Žalgiris here. Rubit running interference, L.Lekavičius crossing over, slicing through into the paint, going all the way past the defense and scoring the layup. Žalgiris level, Langston Hall gets time to launch the 3, but that will do it for a fascinating first. Nothing to separate these two over the first 10 minutes. It's Crvena Zvezda 19, Žalgiris 19, as the Lithuanians battle back from 7 down to tie level at the end of 1. A fantastic start for Crvena Zvezda, taking that early 7-point lead at 9-2. Jordan Lloyd with the first basket of the game. He's got 5 points. And Langston Hall, after those 11 assists on Friday, has dished a couple here already. Grigonis, part of the Žalgiris comeback. 4 points for him. Langston Hall continuing to facilitate and to score. He's got 5 points as well. Lovern back in a EuroLeague setting and making it count. And Jordan Lloyd, 5 points. That was a lovely slice through the defense, but how about the play of J.Loydas teeing up the 3 there for L.Lekavičius, who leads the way of all scorers in the game with 7 points. And Žalgiris from 7 down, level at 19 at the end of 1. And doing a good job on the inside with if it's 6 of 8, only 1 of 5 on the perimeter. And level despite 3 turnovers, and Crvena Zvezda have done an excellent job. Remember, they lead the EuroLeague in turnovers a game, 17.5 on average through the first 2 games. They've only turned the ball over once in the opening 10 minutes here. Start of the 2nd quarter, Žalgiris will start with the ball, 19-19. And again, there's the Zvezda press that retreats quickly into the backcourt this time. L.Lekavičius. Malaknis. Rubit was looking to post up, but he's called for the offensive foul instead, as he went hurtling backwards into the defense. Looking to get into position too quickly. Augustin Rubit. And that's the 4th turnover on Žalgiris. Corey Walden up against L.Lekavičius. Walden working with Kuzmic. Walden thought about the shot, gives it instead to Jordan Lloyd, and he knocks it down. He starts the 2nd quarter the way he started the 1st. 8 points already for Jordan Lloyd, coming into this game off the back of that career-high 30. L.Lekavičius. Astoria moving it on to Rubit. looking for a bit more joy this time, shooting over the top of Jagodic Karica and getting plenty of joy. His first score of the night. Zvezda ahead by 1. Here's Lloyd coming away off the screen to fire another, but misses this time. His second miss on the outside. 2 of 4 now. L.Lekavičius trying to burst on the mobility mismatch towards the baseline and foul. Jordan Lloyd, though, 8 points in 8 minutes here. He's taking his game to the next level. The man who won an NBA title with the Raptors in 2019. And then really impressed in his rookie EuroLeague campaign with Valencia last season. J.Loydas on to L.Lekavičius. L.Lekavičius on that same burst again and fouled again. A couple of fouls on Ognjen Kuzmic. L.Lekavičius doing a good job of getting the Crvena Zvezda centre into some foul trouble. Lurking on the baseline under the hoop, L.Lekavičius in the land of the Giants, able to score, the smallest man on the court. Žalgiris ahead by 1. J.Loydas with the handoff to Lazic. It's Walden on the move. Tracked by L.Lekavičius. Lazic, shot clock down to 5 as he feeds it into Kuzmic. He's remained on court on those 2 fouls. Difficult shot, got it on the reverse. Lovely move from Ognjen Kuzmic. Another man who played on an NBA championship winning team with Golden State in 2015. He's also played a small role as Real Madrid won the EuroLeague in 2018. Walden with a foul at centre court, drawn by L.Lekavičius. Coach Sasha Obradovic playing the role of cheerleader on the Crvena Zvezda bench. Malaknis to inbound. Zvezda by 1, such a tight second quarter here. The lead back and forth by just a single point. And there's an offensive foul for the illegal screen. Set by Martinas Gebben. Lloyd. Kuzmic running interference, then retreating. Lloyd able to get one-on-one, gets past the defense, high off the window, and Kuzmic is there. That little man, big man combination for Zvezda. Six points now off 3 of 4 shooting for Ognjen Kuzmic. Vastoria wants to take on Lloyd, off the window, got it to go, Steve Vastoria. His first points. Žalgiris down by 1. Lloyd. Walden. Kuzmic moving away into the paint. Walden clings onto it, shot clock down to 5. Corey Walden, little step back, 3-point shot, nails it. Corey Walden, what a way to get his first score. Shot 45% on the outside in the Euro Cup last season. As Žalgiris come down the other end and get a score, Walden had struggled from the field in his first 2 EuroLeague games. Just 5 of 15, but he nails that one. His first shot of the game. Kuzmic around to Walden again. Kuzmic then setting the screen. Walden goes again, this time misses. Rebound Malaknis, and here's L.Lekavičius. Žalgiris down by 2. L.Lekavičius as quick as they come across to the corner. It's the 3-point shot. It's inevitable from Vastoria. Žalgiris ahead by 1, and Vastoria with 5 quick-fire points. Here's Lloyd, and that's going to be a turnover from Crvena Zvezda. Remember, they only had the 1 in the whole of the first quarter. And that's only their first of the second. As we approach the midway point of the second quarter, we are going to see plenty of changes. Crvena Zvezda up to 14 fouls already. Any further fouls from their defense will send Žalgiris to the foul line for the remainder of this first half. Walker. The league's sixth best 5.5 assists a game last season for Thomas Walker. Here's J.Loydas, knocked away. It'll remain in the hands of Žalgiris, though. The foul count is when Crvena Zvezda tipped the scales a little too much in terms of that tenacious defense. That's the negative byproduct of the way that they play the game. It's a fine balancing act. And now Žalgiris, who are very good at the foul line, are in a great position in that regard for the rest of the half. It stops Crvena Zvezda playing defense in the same vein. At least in theory, as J.Loydas moves it inside to Lovern. And the 19-year-old has 3 assists here in the opening 14.5 minutes. Lovern gets free for his second field goal. And Žalgiris are ahead by 3. A timeout called on the Crvena Zvezda bench by Sasha Obradovic. Žalgiris looking to put themselves in the driver's seat before half-time. A closer look at the contribution so far of L.Lekavičius. He's got 9 points off perfect shooting. This one from the corner for the 3. The others have come from 2-point range, where he's 3 of 3 so far. 1 assist on his stat line as well. A man who returned to Žalgiris, the club he grew up with last season, after a couple of years and a couple of Greek titles with Panathinaikos. He's returned as a more mature player and had the best numbers of his 6-season Euroleague career last season, when he averaged 10.5 points, 2.8 assists. He says he learned a lot playing behind Nick Calathes over in Athens. He's the leading scorer so far here with those 9 points. Crvena Zvezda led by the 8 of Jordan Lloyd. Žalgiris ahead by 3 as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. Langston Hall on to Corey Walden. Jagodic Karidja coming in off the baseline to attack Hayes. Backing him down, kicks out of the double team. Reith grabs the handle on the ball eventually and then unloads a dunk when it looked like he might have lost it. Zvezda back within 1. And they get joy off the back of the timeout. Lovern rolling inside, high pass from J.Loydas and a foul under the hoop. Zvezda are not happy about that at all. It's Marko Jagodic Karidja. And he leads the protests as he just puts a little bit of an elbow and forearm into the small of the back of Lovern, who was looking to jump for the alley-oop pass. And that's 3 personal fouls on Jagodic Karidja, but it's 5 team fouls now on Crvena Zvezda. So free throws for Lovern. And this is exactly where Žalgiris want the game at this stage, having been 7 down. They've got nearly a full 5 minutes of being able to play with a bit more freedom on offense because of the foul trouble of Zvezda. Being able to get into this position at the foul line where Lovern only makes the 1, but Žalgiris lead by 2. Walden. Reith and Simonovic setting screens. It comes around to this near side to Lazic. Reith looking for the handoff to Walden. Shot clock's down to 5 here. Walden, he's going to go alone. Left hand, pulls up. Trying to get away from Lovern. Misses the shot. Rebound grab by Hayes. Grigonis to the far side. Žalgiris shooting the ball much better now after a slow start. They've found their rhythm. J.Loydas has been the spark plug as it goes across to the far side. The 19-year-old gets it back. Łukasz J.Loydas into those pack of Crvena Zvezda jerseys. Lovern battling on the boards and on the baseline, able to balance it for a second chance scoring opportunity. Grigonis spots a gap and blazes into it, looking to kick out. Shot clock winding down. Walker finding Hayes. Wide open three. No. Lovern, another rebound. Crvena Zvezda getting killed on their own backboard right now. Lovern again balancing the baseline. There's the hook shot and the foul. Geoffrey Lovern got it for a chance at a three-point play. The man who grabbed 2 offensive rebounds in that sequence. He's now got 7 points off 3 of 5 shooting and a chance to add 1 more at the stripe. Lovern getting this one to complete the three-point play. Žalgiris have their largest lead at 5. Walden. Trapped by J.Loydas. Hall gets it back. Shot clock winding down again. And Langston Hall as Crvena Zvezda look to make their move. That's a risky pass, telegraphed by Hayes. J.Loydas running the floor. Walkup is there as well. Thought about the 3. Nigel Hayes goes behind the back to the elbow. They've at least been forced to slow down the offense, Grigonis, but Žalgiris moving the ball well at the moment. To the corner it goes to Hayes. He's going to line up the three-pointer. They're only 2 of 8 on the outside, most of their damage being done on the interior. 12 of 16 from 2-point range, Žalgiris. Walden suffocated again. Here's Langston Hall. Reith. He's fouled by Lovern. That's the advantage of having a big man able to shoot the outside shot. Reith threatening the 3. The fake, and then looked to get past Lovern, who came flying at him for the foul. Reith shot 43% from 3-point range in the Adriatic League last season. Here he is again on the perimeter. Simonovic, dispossessed by Hayes. And here comes Grigonis at full steam, drawing the attention of the defense, kicking out for the 3. Doesn't go. Lovern on the boards again. Crvena Zvezda able to recover it this time. 2.5 to play in the second quarter. Žalgiris by 5. Crvena Zvezda trying to make it a 1-possession game again. It started to get away from them, having led by 7 in the first. Here's Langston Hall to the far side. 3-point shot from the corner. Will it go? No. Nigel Hayes grabs his second rebound. Walker working with Lovern, who moves inside, and that takes the defense away. Reith with the block, though, as Walker decided to go alone. An excellent job of the Australian centre, Reith, effectively taking care of Lovern and Walker. And a big rejection against his own backboard. Žalgiris with the press this time. Lloyd able to get over half court. His 8 points coming fairly early on. It's Lloyd again. Can he get back in business? Little jab step, wants to take on the defense, and he's called for a travel as he's guarded by J.Loydas. It's 5 turnovers apiece now. 4 of those 5 for Crvena Zvezda have come in this second quarter. That ability to take care of the basketball seems to be pivotal for them. But there's an offensive foul from Žalgiris as they turn it over for the 6th time. Grigonis' second personal foul. Pastoria has got 2 for them as well. Jordan Lloyd, Reith, and Ognjen Kuzmic have 2 for Zvezda, and Jagodic Karija has 3. Langston Hall. Approaching the final minute of the first half, Zvezda down by 5. And there's a travel called again on J.Loydas for the second possession in a row. This is 4th turnover of the game. It's just not happening for Crvena Zvezda on offense in this second quarter. Walker. Final minute of the first half. Walker yet to score. That could be his first assist as well, and it is. Off the nice composed play in the paint of Martinez Gebben. 4 points for him off the bench, 2 of 2 from the field. Hall goes behind the back, Reith able to reel it in. Moves it on this time, Simonovic for the 3. No, Reith battling to try and grab the rebound. Gebben beats him to it. And Žalgiris by 7 have a chance to extend it here right before half-time. Thomas Walker directing traffic. 13-second differential. Here's Walker, fires it in, Gebben inside again. Reith was there to disrupt, and here comes Crvena Zvezda. Lloyd in transition, Euro step into the paint, tracked all the way, and foul. J.Loydas trying to turn the tide back in Zvezda's favour by just going straight to the basket. Drawing the foul from Thomas Walker. His first. A chance for J.Loydas at the foul line to hit double figures in the first half. 8 points very early, he's not scored since. He's 3 of 6 from the field. And this is his first trip to the foul line. He's averaged a league high 22.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals a game so far. Looking to elevate himself to become the standout star of a team here in the EuroLeague. Certainly looks like he can do that at Crvena Zvezda, but playing the game in their typically tenacious way as well, doing his job on defense. Final seconds of the second. Žalgiris by 5. L.Lekavičius looking for the final shot. Able to find a risky pass to his teammate, and Gebben attacking the rim again is fouled, and he will go to the line. Martinez Gebben offering himself as a big target for his teammates over the last few minutes. A 3rd foul on Reith. He becomes the 2nd Zvezda player onto 3 fouls behind Jagodic Karića. Gebben, who's got 4 points so far from the field. His first trip to the line, misses the first. His playing time has increased slightly so far this season, 10.5 minutes a game. He's averaged in that limited time 5.5 rebounds, 1 steal and half a block. Gets the second, Žalgiris by 6, timeout, 2.6 seconds to play. In fact, changes rather than the timeout. Crvena Zvezda have limited time to advance the ball to try and get the final shot of the second. Hall, Walden, Lloyd, Reith and Dobric on court for them. Quick pass down the floor, Walden gets in behind, rejected though at the buzzer by Gebben. Martinez Gebben stepping up at the end of the first half for Žalgiris. He's got 5 points. A couple of rebounds and that big block. Walden did well to get in behind the pacey Walker, but Gebben was there to rise and reject. Celebrated by him and his teammates. Žalgiris putting up a defensive wall in that second quarter. From 7 down in the first, they lead Crvena Zvezda by 6 at half-time, 33-39.
Coach, defense, was that the biggest problem tonight in first half?
Yes, we have too many, like pick and roll points, like actually very bad reaction, like from all help side, we gotta change this, you know, like much more if you want to win the game. You know, like this is the first, you know, like, and be more calm, you know, like impatient in offense. You know, like too many technical mistakes, you know, we have and give them which give them a chance, you know, like to do, you know, like what they want.
Thank you.
Sasha Obradovic understandably disappointed with the Crvena Zvezda defense in the first half, allowing Žalgiris to get in for good, easy open looks in the paint. As we get the second half started here, Žalgiris up by 6 and with the ball. They've shot 13 of 19 from two-point range. Crvena Zvezda looking to try and make it more difficult for them, the way they typically do in the second half. Outside shot goes down to beat the shot clock buzzer. The perfect start to the second half for Nigel Hayes and Žalgiris. It's a 9-point lead, the largest of the night for either team. J.Loydas getting in off the nice pass from Corey Walden. Zvezda bouncing right back. Walden's second assist. Walk up onto Vastoria and a foul on Jordan Lloyd. In fact, I think it's on J.Loydas. So Lloyd escapes his third foul. Vastoria to inbound. Second on Lazic instead. Žalgiris by 7. Hayes. That 3 was his first basket of the night. Here's Grigonis bumping to get a bit of room on the edge of the paint. Misses his shot though. Jordan Lloyd moving it on, gets it back. And there's a foul on Žalgiris and Thomas Walker. Second on Walkup. There's a number of players who are starting to tally a few fouls. It might become a big factor towards the end of the game. Several on 3 and 2. 5 fouls the limit here in the EuroLeague. Kuzmic coming out, moves back inside. Walden across court to the far side. J.Loydas for 3, got it. And Crvena Zvezda have closed the gap very quickly from 9 to 4. They're 6 of 13 from three-point range. Žalgiris just 3 of 10, although they have hit one already here in the third quarter. But they've just turned the ball over. An offensive foul, and Thomas Walkup's not happy. Slovern, I think, battling away with Kuzmic there. And that coming off the back of J.Loydas' three-pointer. Crvena Zvezda get the ball back and a chance to close the gap further. Walden. The crossover from Walden. Kuzmic going inside. Lazic in the corner. High entry pass. Kuzmic had the height advantage. J.Loydas battling on the board. Somehow found a way to score with the unsportsmanlike foul. Dejan J.Loydas, the ultimate battler. And Crvena Zvezda with a tide-turning play. The baseline official calling the unsportsmanlike, which means Crvena Zvezda will get the ball back. We've played less than 2 minutes at the start of the second half. Žalgiris went up by 9 points. And the lead is almost gone. It might be overturned here. Lovern called for his second foul. The unsportsmanlike gives Crvena Zvezda the ball back. Lloyd to inbound. Walden gets it back from J.Loydas. Walden gliding through and scoring, and that 9-point Žalgiris lead has evaporated in the blink of an eye. Inside the opening 2 minutes of the third quarter, Crvena Zvezda have overturned it, and they now have their noses in front. Corey Walden at the heart of things, 5 points, 3 assists for him now. And off the back of that Nigel Hayes 3, when Žalgiris looked to be cruising. After scoring the first 3 points of the second half, going up by 9, Žalgiris then losing their focus on the defensive end and committing turnovers as well. Crvena Zvezda watched on by the club president here in this second home game in succession for them, looking to make it back-to-back wins to go 2-1 in the new season. They have scored the last 10 points now without reply. What have Žalgiris got off the back of the timeout? L.Lekavičius. 9 points, 2 assists in the first half for him. Here's Hayes. Hands it off on the perimeter. L.Lekavičius again puts the ball on the floor, trapped by Walden. Astoria with the shot clock winding down here to the final 3 seconds. Nowhere to go. High entry pass, risky and cut off. And here comes Crvena Zvezda again with Lloyd. Takes the stop and pop 3. Too long. Rebound reeled in by Laverne. L.Lekavičius. It's going to be an offensive foul. What a job on defense from Corey Walden to take the hit for his team. He got his feet set, planted, and took a big whack to the sternum. That's what Crvena Zvezda are all about. Everybody putting their bodies on the line. And Walden forces the 9th turnover on Žalgiris, which is 3 more than the home team. Still plenty to sort out for Martin Schiller and the Lithuanians. Zvezda by 1, having trailed by 9. 2.5 minutes into the second half. They're just making sure the court is safe for the players to continue. And Walden has been the standout player for Zvezda here in the third quarter so far. Points, assists, and big defensive plays. Walden going to work again. J.Loydas for 3 with a hand in his face. Wide of the basket. Lovern to the loose ball. Grigonis. Žalgiris' leading scorer and the 6th leading scorer in the Euroleague so far, limited to just 4 points off 1 of 5 shooting in this game. Marius Grigonis. He's fouled there by Lazic. Grigonis had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in round 1, then 21 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists in round 2. Lazic has gone to the bench, having picked up his 3rd personal. Grigonis to inbound. Lovern. Žalgiris looking to retake the lead. The handoff to J.Loydas. J.Loydas swinging it round, but Hayes was in a different spot. The penetration and the kick out from J.Loydas, it was the right idea because Hayes was free. They didn't quite have the execution and turned the ball over for the 10th time. Walden. L.Lekavičius got a hand to the ball. Walden able to pick it up in the backcourt. Walden with the switch onto Grigonis across to the far side. And there's a foul on J.Loydas. We have played less than 3.5 minutes of the second half. And Žalgiris are already at the foul limit for the 3rd quarter. That's a conundrum for Martin Schiller and his team. The first to the line for Zvezda is J.Loydas. He misses that one. But any further fouls from the Žalgiris defense will send Crvena Zvezda to the foul line for the rest of this quarter. That's a long 6.5 minutes for Žalgiris to weather that particular storm. J.Loydas hits the 2nd. Zvezda by 2. They'll play away from the press here with L.Lekavičius. Zvezda efficient at the foul line, 8 of 9 so far as well. Lovern now handing off to L.Lekavičius. L.Lekavičius on the bounce Towards the baseline, back out to Hayes. On it goes to Grigonis. Shot clock down to 5. Grigonis to make his move. Can't find any room. Hayes can, though, from the pass for the open 3. His second of the third quarter. Nigel Hayes, who didn't score at all in the first half, now has 6 points. Walden. Žalgiris ahead again, just by a single point though. Davidovac. Kuzmic coming out to run interference, rolls back inside. Davidovac clings onto it. Step through, difficult shot, got it. Dejan Davidovac. He's up to 11 points, an unlikely source of offense for Crvena Zvezda. It's double his season average already. L.Lekavičius into the land of the Giants, hanging one high. Lovern giving it a helping hand. Double figures for Geoffrey Lovern on his return. Lloyd to Kuzmic, back to Jordan Lloyd again. Lloyd bounce pass, baseline cut. Walden got it, and the foul. Excellent combination play between Jordan Lloyd and Corey Walden, who's been superb since half-time. There's so much energy and vibrancy in that Crvena Zvezda backcourt. Energy that L.Lekavičius can match. So many players that could seemingly run forever in the backcourts of both teams today. Paulius Jankūnas is in, doesn't get many minutes these days. Man who ranks first all-time in the Euroleague in rebounding, defensive rebounding, and games started. 4th in offensive rebounds, 5th in scoring. A true legend of this competition. Zvezda by 2, midway point of the third quarter. Žalgiris with the ball. L.Lekavičius from Grigonis. Crvena Zvezda's bench having a little bit more of an impact, not by much. Grigonis gets inside, nice pass. Lovern up against Reith. Can he force it in? Yes, he can. Geoffrey Lovern has 12 points off 5 of 7 shooting. He was 5 of 7 from the field in round 1 as well for 13 points. And of course missed the game last week. 49-49. Putting the ball on the floor and attacking strong for the thunderous finish is Jordan Lloyd. Crvena Zvezda's top scorer going big in Belgrade tonight. Jordan Lloyd taking to the heavens with the one-handed hammer. L.Lekavičius for 3 to answer back. A big blow in Belgrade for Žalgiris as well. Lithuanians unfazed by that thunderous finish from Jordan Lloyd down the other end of the floor. Came down and scored a 3 and took the lead again. L.Lekavičius is a perfect 5 of 5 from the floor for 12 points, 3 assists as well, just the 1 turnover. Crvena Zvezda looking to take the lead again. Such a tight game, back and forth they go. Jordan Lloyd this time on the perimeter for the 3, got it. 5 emphatic quick-fire points for Jordan Lloyd, he's up to 15. Zvezda by 2. L.Lekavičius. Rubit, there's the handoff to J.Loydas. Nice pass from him to Grigonis, far side. He goes baseline, attacks strong, contact mid-air, and he'll go to the line. Marius Grigonis taking a hard hit as he topples over mid-air. Back on his feet, looks to be okay, but that's a sore one for him. Shoots 91.8% from the foul line for his EuroLeague career. Averaged 8.7 points in his rookie EuroLeague campaign, 44% shooting from three-point range, but he was limited by injury last season. And he's been back to his best this season. It's Žalgiris, who looks worse for wear off that contact. He's gone to the bench with a grimace of pain etched on his face, and his fourth foul picked up as well now. That doesn't look good for him. Things are looking better for Marius Grigonis, though. He's up to 6 points, 4 of 4 from the foul line. Malaknis comes in for Žalgiris. Grigonis goes to the bench. 26.5 minutes, nothing to separate these two. Dobric. Langston Hall. Jordan J.Loydas, he scored their last 5 points. Here's Simonovic now. Hasn't really got going tonight, but that is a wonderful attempt under pressure. First basket, in fact, for Marko Simonovic, who had 16 points in round 2. Zvezda ahead, 3 minutes remaining of the third quarter. L.Lekavičius gets it back from Rubit. L.Lekavičius blazing away from Kuzmic, kicks to the corner. J.Loydas, he steps in for the mid-ranger. Not this time. His influence on the game has waned in the second half. Automatic for 3. Didn't even think twice about it, Jordan Lloyd, but he missed it. He's 3 of 7 on the outside now. J.Loydas trying to battle through a gap that didn't even seem to be there, and he gets fouled. Crvena Zvezda's 4th of the third quarter. That's what's really impressive about this teenager. He just doesn't back down from any matchup, any duel. Determined to take anybody on, even the 2 defenders that time. L.Lekavičius. L.Lekavičius floating one from the foul line and scoring. He's up to 14 perfect points. 6 of 6 from the field now, L.Lekavičius. 12.5 minutes to play, 56-56. Langston Hall. He got free. A breakdown on the defensive end and a simple basket for Langston Hall. 7 points, 3 assists for him. J.Loydas. He's going to burst to the basket again. J.Loydas too heavy on the layup. And then a foul as the ball came back off the rim. J.Loydas is frustrated with himself for not scoring. But this is a kid who really looks like he's going to take his game to the next level this season. The foul was on Simonovic. Crvena Zvezda and Žalgiris both at the limit now. Augustin Rubit at the foul line. Rubit did well in his rookie EuroLeague campaign with Bamberg, but had a reduced role with Olympiacos last season. Makes them both. He's got 4 points tonight. 2 minutes of the third to play. Both teams shooting well from the foul line. Langston Hall again gets a good spot, guarded by Jankunas though. Offensive rebound, Crvena Zvezda. Here's Hall. To the far side it goes. They'll keep on firing. They'll keep on missing. Halfway down and back out again that time. The miss from Ognjen Dobric. Žalgiris the better percentage now on the perimeter, having struggled in that regard in the first half. Here goes J.Loydas again. He just keeps on coming at Crvena Zvezda. Łukasz J.Loydas has 6 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists now. Langston Hall. Kuzmic won't shoot the 3, so he gives it back to Hall, to the elbow, gets the shot away. The basket wouldn't count, the foul was on the floor. It'll be a trip to the line for 2. L.Lekavičius trying to battle past the screen, gets his 3rd personal. He started the season well, Ognjen Kuzmic. 7.7 rebounds at Fenerbahce in round 1. 8 points, 8 boards against Baskonia here in round 2. He's got 8 points tonight now. He shot 10 of 15 from the field over the course of the first 3 games. 2 of 2 from the line on that trip. 60-60, 11 minutes to play. J.Loydas going again, attacking Langston Hall. Malaknis fires it into Rubit. It's not going to count. It's going to be a travel called. Once again, it's Corey Walden putting his frame in the way, happy to take a hit for his team. He has been excellent in all regards here this evening. Eight points, 3 assists, 0 turnovers. But he's forced a few turnovers on the opposition. Kuzmic, offensive rebound off the miss from Hall. Trapped by 3, passed out to Walden. He puts the ball on the floor. Popped away by Yankunas into the hands of Kuzmic. Got his shot away off the rim. A crazy passage of play. It ends up with the ball in the hands of J.Loydas. He'll take his time here. There's a 6-second differential, maybe 5. J.Loydas. Rubit rolling inside. Receives the pass mid-range. Put off by the presence of Kuzmic. Has to get the shot away now off one leg and knocks it down to beat the buzzer. Augustin Rubit with a hugely significant basket for Žalgiris right at the end of the 3rd quarter. And it's one that gives his side the edge by just 2 points with 10 minutes to play. Crvena Zvezda 60, Žalgiris Kaunas 62. Žalgiris up by 6 at half-time. They extended that lead to 9 off the 3 of Nigel Hayes with the first shot of the second half, but Crvena Zvezda bounced back and overturned that 9-point deficit within the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. A couple of players knocking down 3-point shots. Walden facilitating and scoring, and making a big defensive effort for his team. And from there, it was ultra tight, back and forth, 2 teams trading blows and trading leads. And it's Žalgiris who have the slight edge heading into the final period, but what a finish that was from Jordan Lloyd, flying high towards the rim. He's got 15 points to lead all scorers in the game, but L.Lekavičius with 14 to lead the way for Žalgiris. 30 minutes played, Crvena Zvezda 60, Žalgiris Kaunas 62. The Lithuanians have the better shooting percentages from the field. Crvena Zvezda ultra efficient from the foul line. Žalgiris edging the battle on the boards, but they've had 5 more turnovers than their hosts so far. There's a look at the breakdown and a big 27-point 3rd quarter for Crvena Zvezda, the best offensive quarter for both teams so far. It's made for a thoroughly entertaining second half here in Belgrade. Rokas J.Loydas is going to be one to watch this season, no doubt. The 19-year-old putting up numbers in various categories tonight, showing so much confidence with the ball in his hands. Does he have the maturity to step up and be the man for Žalgiris in the 4th? Crvena Zvezda start with the ball in a 2-point deficit. Walden. Here's Langston Hall. Floats one just inside the paint. Misses out of bounds. Still Zvezda ball. Zero points and just the 1 assist so far for Thomas Walker. You just wonder if he might step up more in the 4th quarter. One of Žalgiris' star players from last season, Simonovic, going baseline. Here's Langston Hall. He's under the basket to kick it out. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Langston Hall again. Hall with those long arms, stepping in on the long crossovers, and thought he was caught on the shot. Didn't get the call he wanted. Here's Walker. 9.6 points, 5.5 assists a game last season. He's had a subdued start to the new campaign. High pass to the far side, shot clock winding down. J.Loydas dishing off, and how about that? The youngster and the veteran combining as Kaunas scores. The 35-year-old off the assist of the 19-year-old. Žalgiris is past, present and future all in one. Lloyd going straight to the hole, draws a foul, and he'll go to the line. A chance to add to his 15 points. Žalgiris have done a fairly good job of keeping him off the foul line. This is only his second trip in the game. Martin Schiller in conversation with Thomas Walker. Žalgiris ahead by 4, but a chance for Jordan Lloyd to halve that now from the foul line, where he's made his last 23 in a row, make it 24 here in the Euroleague. Sasha Obradovic's team hot on the heels of Žalgiris with 8.5 to play, just over. Jordan Lloyd looking for another big night after a career-high 30 in round 2. He's got 17 now. Back in comes the club captain, Branko Lazic. And out goes Langston Hall, 7 points, 3 assists for him. Not seen too much of Arturas Melaknis. He's only taken the 1 shot and missed it. Averaged 10 points over the first 2 games, including 14 in round 2. Walker. Walker up on the bounce to the edge of the paint. Drew the double team momentarily, got it back from Kaunas. Walker to Rubit on the foul line, got it. Augustin Rubit, who's been shooting the ball so efficiently at the start of the new season. He was efficient last season with Olympiacos in limited minutes. Žalgiris back up by 4, Rubit has 8. Here's Walden, gets away from Walkup and he's fouled, looking to kick it to the corner to Lazic. It's the 4th foul on Walkup as well, so he goes to the bench still having not scored and only dished the 2 assists so far. Ongyen Kuzmic to the bench, in comes Duot Reith. And he hands it off to Walden, who's been in form in this second half. Walden swings it around towards Reith. Melaknis knocks it away, though. Turnover number 7 for Zvezda. They've done well in that regard tonight. Melaknis steps inside. J.Loydas. Rubit fires it in to Kaunas. Kaunas going to work in the paint against Lloyd on the height mismatch. Tipped away from the rim by Reith. Walden. Reith will shoot the outside shot. Off the mark, Kaunas, the all-time leader in rebounds, grabs another. L.Lekavičius leading the way for Žalgiris tonight with 14 points. Nice pass to the far side. J.Loydas right in the corner, lands another blow. Rokas J.Loydas is having some game and showing he's going to have some future. A clutch shot in the corner, and he nails it. He's got 9 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. A timeout call by Crvena Zvezda. They trail by 7 here in the 4th quarter, 62-69. Rokas J.Loydas averaged 13.5 points, over 5 assists a game across 2 years in the Adidas Next Generation tournament. And then he's made the step up to the seniors, played short minutes in 22 EuroLeague games the last 2 seasons, and he's taken on a much bigger role at the start of the new season, looks absolutely ready for it. Plenty of tension, plenty of emotions bubbling to the surface here in Belgrade tonight. Two teams who love to fight with a real doggedness and diligence and devotion. And they're both going for the win. A big win at the start of the new season here. Crvena Zvezda looking to go 2-1. And looking to hand Žalgiris their first defeat. The Lithuanians hoping to go a perfect 3-0 and keep their place at the top as Lloyd gets inside, misses the shot. And Žalgiris can look to extend their 7-point lead here with L.Lekavičius. J.Loydas again, almost going for the kill as he draws a foul on J.Loydas. Coach Obradovic and his team finding it hard to deal with the teenager right now. Second foul on J.Loydas, first on Zvezda here in the fourth. L.Lekavičius, a perfect 6 of 6 from the field so far. L.Lekavičius passing away from Reith to Kaunas, back to L.Lekavičius again. 5 on the shot clock here, he's going to take on another shot. His first miss of the game. J.Loydas secures the rebound. Crvena Zvezda looking to mount a charge in what has been a game of runs so far. They were up by 7 early on. Žalgiris up by as many as 9. Crvena Zvezda back ahead again. And now Žalgiris back up by 7. They need to get the ball in. They do just about in time to Jordan Lloyd. 17 points for him so far. Lloyd on the left-hand dribble drive, got caught underneath, passed out to the corner. Step back attempt from Lazic, doesn't go down. J.Loydas into the Žalgiris bench, trying to catch up with the ball, but L.Lekavičius comes away with it. And the Žalgiris bench up on its feet in celebration. They know how tight and tense this is going to be down the stretch. Rubit, and it's a long 2 for him that doesn't go, and a foul underneath. After Crvena Zvezda grabbed the rebound, they're called for a foul instead. Looks like number 3 on J.Loydas. Two fouls on each team now, here in the fourth. L.Lekavičius into J.Loydas. Given away on the turnover from Žalgiris, and there's a battle on the sideline to try and recover the loose ball. Only the second turnover from J.Loydas, who's had the 5 assists and the 9 points. Žalgiris as a team, though, have had 5 more turnovers than Crvena Zvezda so far. Back in comes Joffrey Lovern on 12 points, 5 rebounds. Rubik goes to the bench on 8 points. Final 6 minutes approaching. Crvena Zvezda could do with a basket to close the gap here. Lovely pass out to Walden for the 3. No, flying rebound. Kept in on the baseline, but only turned into the hands of J.Loydas, who's trapped on the far sideline by Hall. Able to keep hold of the ball. J.Loydas on the bounce again. Across to the far side, L.Lekavičius fouled by Lloyd. That's 3 on Crvena Zvezda. And 3 on Jordan Lloyd. This game is set up for a fabulous finish. Just under 6 minutes to play. 7 points separating the two teams. Žalgiris looking to put a bit more daylight between themselves and Crvena Zvezda here. With the teenager Rokas J.Loydas, bounce pass. Lovern, nice footwork, misses the shot, grabs his own rebound. And then Crvena Zvezda hunting in packs, force the turnover. 5.5 to play. Jordan Lloyd, 17 points to lead all scorers in the game so far. Zvezda haven't scored in a while. Shot clock down to the final 5 seconds. Lloyd going to work. Up against J.Loydas, who stuck to him like glue and forced the miss. L.Lekavičius. The next basket is going to be huge. Žalgiris looking to extend a fairly significant lead in the scope of this game and the circumstances. J.Loydas, step back 3-point shot, doesn't go down. Rebound, J.Loydas. Can Crvena Zvezda get the next basket to make it tight down the final stretch? Langston Hall working with J.Loydas on the perimeter. Shot clock to 6. Dejan J.Loydas, the ball handler, takes the 3, and he's way off. It's not really the position that you see him in. Handling the ball with the seconds winding down. And Kaunas, the ultimate veteran, on the floor for the closing stages. Lovern up against Reith, who's touched tight to him. L.Lekavičius looking to fire it to the corner. High catch. Malaknis trying to adjust, turns it over to Walden, and he is then fouled by Jan Kaunas as he tried to ignite the fast break. Now Crvena Zvezda are appealing here for an unsportsmanlike foul because they were saying that Paulius Jan Kaunas didn't make a legitimate play at the ball, just trying to stop the fast break. Jan Kaunas goes to the bench. You might be able to hear the frustration that's flowing from the two benches right now. Our apologies if you picked up any unsavory language in the empty arena in Belgrade. Two sets of players, two sets of coaching staff, desperate for a win here in round 3 of the new Turkish Airlines Euroleague season. And having a look at this foul from Paulius Jan Kaunas to see if it is an unsportsmanlike foul. And if it is, it would be just what Crvena Zvezda need, down by 7 with time running out. It was called a regular foul in open play, and I think it has remained as such. More a case of Jan Kaunas just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, not being able to get out the way. So Zvezda down by 7, 4 minutes to play. Walden will inbound. Hall. J.Loydas receiving it far side up against Hayes, trying to battle his way down the baseline against 2 players. Almost scored. Offensive rebound back out to Hall. Hall out to this near side, tracked by the long arms of Lovern. Little jab step into the corner he goes. Walden misses the 3. Rebound reeled down by Hayes. And there's a whack to the face of his teammate from Kuzmic. It's Grigonis who has to shake off the cobwebs. It's a 3rd foul, I think, on Ognjen and Kuzmic. Indeed it is. Zvezda's 4th team foul here in the 4th as well. 3.5 to play, they're down by 7. L.Lekavičius, Nigel Hayes. Passed up the opportunity to shoot the 3. Wanted to move it on to J.Loydas. L.Lekavičius firing it into Lovern, who was on the move, but dispossessed as he went to the rim by J.Loydas. Can Crvena Zvezda finally get that much-needed score here to keep themselves in contention? It seems like an eternity since they've scored. Langston Hall into the paint, in traffic, got the shot away, and he'll go to the line to try and stop the rock. That's the 4th foul on Žalgiris as well. So any further fouls from either defense for the rest of the game will send the opposition offense to the foul line. This one's still too close for comfort for Žalgiris, but they lead by 7 on the road in Belgrade, 62-69, as we go to a timeout. A standout candidate for the 7 days magic moment, head and shoulders above the rest, as J.Loydas got head and shoulders above the opposition defense. He stepped in and exploded towards the rim. Off the pass from Laxton Hall. Past J.Loydas and flying over the top of everybody else. Part of a 17-point night so far for Jordan Lloyd. He's not been anywhere near as efficient as he was, though, for his career-high 30 points last week. 2 of 5 on the inside, 3 of 8 from downtown. A perfect 4 of 4 out the stripe so far. His team down by 7 as we get set to come back off the timeout. Zvezda have struggled as a team with their shooting percentages, just 41% inside and 29% from 3. They're still very much in the game, though, because they've only turned the ball over 7 times. Laxton Hall. Here he goes again, Jordan Lloyd, looking to take on the big scoring responsibility down the stretch. Crvena Zvezda's first basket in a long time, and it closes the gap to 5. It is, in fact, only their second score of the 4th quarter. J.Loydas going to work, almost getting dispossessed. Shot clock winding down on the teenager. Got it caught under his feet. Gets the shot away at the buzzer. J.Loydas off the mark. Gives Grigonis a chance to rebound, but instead he fouls as Walden gets his body in the way again. That basket for Jordan Lloyd down the other end was the first field goal for Crvena Zvezda in the 4th quarter. It took over 7.5 minutes. And it was their first score at all in around 6.5 minutes. Thankfully for them in that time, they only saw Žalgiris had 5 points. A really low scoring 4th at the moment. 7-5 in Žalgiris' favour. And that was after an explosion on offense in the 3rd quarter that Zvezda won 27-23 as Corey Walden misses that foul shot. So that means significantly it remains a 2-possession game. L.Lekavičius to the far side, he turns it over though. Way off the corner as he was looking for Nigel Hayes. Only the 2nd turnover from L.Lekavičius, who's got 14 points, 4 assists tonight. Žalgiris' 16th turnover, though. Crvena Zvezda have had just 7. That's why the hosts are still very much in it, despite struggling to shoot. They're down by 4 here. Can they close the gap to 1 possession with Hall at the foul line? Got it. Just a 2-point gain with less than 2 minutes to play. 9 points and 3 assists for Laxton Hall. And Žalgiris want to talk it through. Martin Schiller not happy, calling the timeout. And Crvena Zvezda building up a head of steam now. It took the hosts 7.5 minutes for a first field goal in this quarter. They've just knocked down 2 in quick succession now, finding their flow again on offense, closing the gap to just 2 points. Crvena Zvezda looking to remain headstrong down the stretch here. Sasha Obradovic hoping they can pull this one back from the brink against Žalgiris, who've led by as many as 9 points. It has been a single-digit game throughout. Plenty of ties and lead changes. Plenty of momentum shifts. And Crvena Zvezda hoping for one more tide turner back in their favour down the final stretch. Final 2 minutes in Belgrade. Crvena Zvezda down by 2. Žalgiris with the ball. L.Lekavičius leads the way with 14 points for Žalgiris tonight. Lovern, who's got 12, the other player in double figures for them. Grigonis has struggled so far. It's a risky pass, and Langston Hall with those long limbs getting in the way. Did really well to read it and to get his hand to it. Still Žalgiris ball though, 4 seconds on the shot clock. L.Lekavičius intercepted by Hall again. It looks like he can be a big player in the Euroleague here for Crvena Zvezda. Still 4 left on the shot clock. But Crvena Zvezda are really making Žalgiris work for this. The officials are going to go and check something at the scorers table here. 1:24 to play. We've seen so many games that are this close and this tense at the start of the new EuroLeague season. And the first double week of the campaign, the first game is setting the tone. Hayes gets a bit of room against J.Loydas, misses the shot, and Crvena Zvezda have a chance to tie or take the lead. As we approach the final minute, Langston Hall looking to step up, so too J.Loydas. Here's Hall again. Kuzmic coming out, they're moving back in. It's a one-on-one here against Lovern. On the mobility mismatch, can't get it to go. Langston Hall, big rebound, Žalgiris. Final minute of the ball game. Žalgiris looking for a score that would be huge here to make it a 2-possession game. L.Lekavičius up against Walden. L.Lekavičius always on the move, never seems to tire, gets bumped towards the baseline. He'll go to the line for 2. His very first trip to the foul line tonight. He's only missed 1 shot from the field, 6 of 7, including 2 of 3 from downtown for 14 points. He's really stepped up here in round 3, having only played 16 minutes a game on average over the first 2 games. Two big free throws to make it a 2-possession game with 39.8 seconds to play. Žalgiris lead by 4. And we will go to the 2 benches as coach Sasha Obradovic calls timeout for Crvena Zvezda, 67-71. Elsewhere, Anadolu Efes are well on course for their first win of the new season. Up by 18 points on the road in Berlin, led by the 11 of Bryant Dunstan. Efes, remember, who without Shane Larkin lost their first 2 games, despite being the dominant team in the regular season last season, and finalists the previous year. Very much a team playing with the same coach and the same core of players, but here in Belgrade we've got 2 teams with new-look rosters and new men on the 2 benches, and they've both been good to watch at the start of the new season and shown early signs that they can be playoff contenders in the new campaign. (67-71) as we come back off the timeout with 39.8 seconds to play. Crvena Zvezda desperate for a score. Jordan Lloyd to inbound. Here's Corey Walden. 10 to shoot as they advance the ball into the front court. Walden going high off the window. There's the follow, wouldn't go down. Hayes grabs the loose ball after the miss from Kuzmic. Walden will press. J.Loydas playing out of it and does well to find L.Lekavičius. And now Crvena Zvezda committing the foul, and that is not the man they want to send to the free throw line. 19.1 seconds remaining as Lloyd fouls Grigonis, the 4th most accurate free throw shooter in EuroLeague history. He's only got the 6 points tonight, but 4 of them have come perfectly from this strike. Had 1 more. He's played a peripheral role after 15 points in round 1 and 21 points in round 2. There's 8 tonight. 6 points the gap. Crvena Zvezda will look for the 3 to halve the deficit. They miss it. Rebound Lovern. And what a start this is going to be for Žalgiris to the new season. Nigel Hayes to the line to dot the I's and cross the T's on their 3rd straight road win. It's been a good team performance, of course, led by L.Lekavičius' 16 points, Lovern's 12 points and 8 rebounds. But so many different players contributing. Hayes up to 8 points now. Crvena Zvezda playing for final score, and Walden lands 1 more blow, but that will do it. What a start to a new era and a new season for Žalgiris under Martin Schiller, as they win their first 3 games, and all of them on the road. They'll return to Kaunas for the next game in round 4 as one of the joint leaders in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. They win here in Belgrade by 6 points, 69-75 over Crvena Zvezda. A 1-point road win at Olympiacos, a 14-point road win at Khimki, and now a 6-point road win at Crvena Zvezda. Žalgiris perfect to start the new season. Crvena Zvezda with their first home defeat of the new campaign as they fall to 1-2. L.Lekavičius leading the way for 16 points and 4 assists for his team. 6 of 7 from the field. They had a really good spread on offense, though. Behind the 12 of Lovern, they had 9 from the teenager Jokubaitis, along with his 5 assists. They had